Oh, hi there, and welcome to a July 4th shave. July 4th, 2025, Independence Day here in the United States. And for no particular reason, I'm not using an Independence Day soap. Instead, I'm going with Cuba Libre because, like all Americans, this is a great day for celebration. And nothing better on a hot day than celebrating with effectively a rum and coke. I've become kind of addicted. Wonderful, fresh substitute for me for my typical summer drink, which is gin and tonic. But I really enjoyed the Cuba Libre soap the first time I used it. Wonderful soap base, and I've decided it's time to use it again. No, as usual, I have no agenda for this shave. Whatever comes to mind is what I'll say. However, it's Independence Day, so I'll probably say something about U.S. independence, what I can remember of it. Which isn't a lot. I'm not a history buff. Hope you're doing well, and if you're in the United States or just feel like celebrating on a Friday, hope you're having a good day or had a good day. I'm shaving mid-afternoon here and on the East Coast of the United States, so it's almost 9 p.m. in most of Europe. I'm using a brush that has a Dogwood Handcrafts handle with a Declaration Grooming knot. I think it's a B10 revision of the knot. Wonderful brush. Super, for me, great balance of softness and bristle stiffness. Got lather everywhere. Today I'm definitely using an American razor, going with the Geneva Cutlery 6/8 here. This has a cuticle edge on it. And as I stand here, the aroma, wonderful aroma of the soap, Cuba Libre soap, is starting to fill the bathroom here. And it doesn't hurt that I poured the drink a little strong. Now they tell you it's just a rum and Coke, so it's not difficult to mix. But just for grins, I looked it up, and they're very, very explicit about pouring 2 times the amount of Coke to the amount of rum that you use. So if you used 2 ounces of rum, you'd pour 4 ounces of Coke. I, of course, didn't obey that rule. Something so simple to pour, I do by eye, I just wing it. Okay. Very nice. So Independence Day, what do I know? Not a lot. Purpose of Independence Day was to for the United States at that time, which were 13 states, to declare themselves a sovereign nation. Now this is 1776. We here were fighting conflict. We were in conflict with the British over our right to operate as a sovereign nation, and more importantly, to get out from under the thumb at the time of the British, who were ruling from afar and taxing from afar, and from whom we saw not a lot of direct benefit. And we really wanted to be able to deal with other countries at the time, specifically the French. And as we all know, the real reason to deal with the French is because the French have the best food. Yeah, I'm a little biased. My own background is French and French Canadian, in that order. So, the French know, you go anywhere where the French have been and they have terrific food. No offense, but I can't say that about the British. I'm sure someone will take offense to that. So getting back to what I remember of the history, we wanted in 1776 to declare ourselves a sovereign nation so we could be recognized as a nation by other countries, and so we could deal directly with them and not with Great Britain as an intermediary. The Revolutionary War started in 1775, so it had only been, and you got to remember, communication, everything in those days was slow. We were in contact with the French. Benjamin Franklin, in fact, was in contact with the French at that time. And it took until 1783 at the Treaty of Paris for us to declare that the war had finally ended. We call it the Treaty of Paris. There have been other treaties in Paris. But in American history, of course, we don't recognize the history of any other nation because we only learn our own. And yes, I'm joking. So the Declaration of Independence was for us to benefit from direct dealings with other nations, which we tout as freedom, because it was freedom for us to choose, but in the end, as with many things, and this is not conspiracy, just read between the lines, it's about resources. We wanted to get we wanted to deal most directly with those who had resources for resources we wanted. And in return, or in the opposite of that, is we wanted to deal directly with those who wanted our resources without anybody in between. This is not something that we typically talk about or celebrate on this day. We celebrate the Declaration of Independence as a symbol of our independence from British rule. But you have to ask yourself, well, aside from the taxation and what would appear to be arbitrarily assigned laws and rules, aside from that, how else could the 13 states benefit? And the obvious way is for us to cut out the middleman. That's almost all I know. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. It was edited by the other guys before it was finally signed. A long time ago. I read something about what was edited out or left in and changed, but I don't remember anymore. So anyway, that's it. That's also the shave. Good shave, really close. It's one of my, that's one of my very sharp cuticule edges. Really good. Okay, I'm going to pause here, clean up, and then I'll come right back and show you some stuff. Right after I paused, hold on. Right after I paused, I put on some Thayers coconut toner, and then just cleaned up. This is the Dogwood Handcrafts brush with the Declaration Grooming knot, huge fan knot, and as you might expect, that feels tremendous on the face. We're going to go with Aftersauce, the Cuba Libre Aftersauce. I'm not going to use fragrance or talc because I don't feel like it. I'm going to try to not put quite so much. There we go. Feels like a better amount. Very nice. The aroma in the bathroom from the soap is still here. This absolutely adds that kick of lime. And the menthol is noticeable. I'd say to Eric, you might want to look into a cooling agent other than menthol. Menthol has a aroma. So look into like WS-23, something like that. Ben Esposito at House of Mammoth tells me that he uses WS-23 because it does not interfere with his scents. So I don't mind the scent, but I think it might allow the lime to come out a little bit fresher. But you know, what do I know? I'm just some old guy. Anyway, that's the shave. Cheers. For those celebrating today, happy July 4th. Bye.